The MLB Gambling Podcast on the Sports Gambling Podcast Network is brought to you by Edge Boost. Paying over better. Sign up today at Bamford SGPN and get a free Refs or Terrorists t-shirt. Claim your shirt at sportsgamblingpodcast.com/refs. We're also brought to you by NYRA Bets. Get your $25 free bet on the Belmont by going to nyrabets.com/SGPN25. Promo code SGPN25. And welcome, everybody, to the MLB Gambling Podcast here on the Sports Gambling Podcast Network. It's currently Wednesday morning, June 4th, around 10 a.m. Eastern Time. I'm Rose Up to Sky Reichel, once again joined by Adam Rosenberg together to break down our props for the Wednesday games. Adam, how's it going with you? What's up?
I'm back. I'm back in my regular quarters. It's good. Things are very good. And you know what else is really good? When you know my two favorite letters are of the alphabet?
I believe it's a D and P.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
DP. Mm-hmm. So the daily DP is 1-0 officially.
Yeah.
Unofficial DPs are like 12-2, but it's gonna.
I think it had 12 wins before. I think it might be at like 14 now.
I'll look right now. Actually, here.
I think according to the screenshot you sent me, I think now the DPs are like 14-6.
Hang on, my rhythm model Rebecca Lobo Cop is now gaining national attention.
Yeah.
Here, I'll look at it right now though. Yeah, let me look. DPs. I mean, I wasn't having a great night, and then suddenly the DPs, and then a unbelievable DGen no sweat that you and I built. It was put completely won. It ended up being such a random good day. But that's kind of been our thing. Let me just look at and we've been really killing the first plate appearance strikeout market.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Definitely did. Well, if you didn't know, by the way, I know that you tweeted it out. We ended up doing a 3-leg parlay with a sweat-free bet, where we took 3 separate guys to strike out.
Well, it wasn't no sweat. We didn't even have the bet. We just it was our.
Either way, point is we had 3 separate guys to strike out twice in the same game, and it was just like, yeah, all right, we're just gonna take these guys to just be terrible, and they struck out like twice apiece.
One of those guys was minus 120 to have 2 strikeouts, which is absurd. That's absurd.
That was O'Neill, wasn't it?
O'Neill, who's a good player.
Yeah, he was going to strike out 3 times, and then he got hit by a pitch.
Yeah,
but yes,
yeah. That was plus 195. Anyway, so no, I just looked the DPs overall before they became an SGPN property are 14-6.
That's what I said. Yeah, 14-6.
Yeah, wow, nice. All right, well,
you sent me a screenshot last night. It was 12-6, and we won 2.
Well, then I don't remember. I have kids. 14-6 plus a grand, 10 units. That's insane. Uh-huh. So, I got one for us today as usual. It's a really good DP day. Might have a few. And yeah, that K prop thing hit. But yesterday was a weird card because there was a lot of like mid guys against teams that don't do well. I don't know. Anyway, I got plays I like today. Made a little bit of a change to some of this stuff because I'm only 1-2 on been 1-2, 1-2, 1-2. So if you follow me on other channels, you're like, oh, I'm up. But like, if I only followed you on SGPN, I would be down. But I made some changes that you'll be proud of. Gonna have a juiced prop just to boost my stats. So we'll see.
Yeah, but before we get into any of the actual props that we have for the show, a reminder that the Stanley Cup Final is here, and the Hockey Gambling Podcast is giving away an NHL jersey and a $200 gift card for SGPN. Enter for free at sportsgamblingpodcast.com/Stanley Cup. Time to move on to the actual props. Adam, I'm going to let you go first. What's going to be your first play for the show?
All right, so my first play for the show, I'm going to go with Griffin Canning under 4.5 strikeouts.
That's our guy.
That's our guy. It's a little bit juicy. I got it at minus 120. I like the minus 130. It's a little bit juicy, but he's kind of fallen off a cliff. He's actually really fallen off a cliff since that game where he went all the way in, inexplicably came out with 101 pitches and died. and got us an outs prop. But the thing with Griffin Canning, as for those of you who don't know, we use handygraphs.com and you can play around. There's all this really good data. We just added new things, but his third time through the order is 463. It's going against the Dodgers team, which is scary enough as is. His K rate right now is on his last 3 games. It's 14%. His swinging strike rate is 9.3%. His whiff rate is 22.6%. And like everything he's throwing is like in the zone. He's also just walking. His walk rate is higher than his K rate over his last 3 starts. So that's bad. He has not hit this in his last few starts. So we're going to go under 4.5. Again, it's going to be juicy. I think some places it might be minus 140 or whatever right now. I like it. I still like it. That's not my juiced prop that I was excited about. It actually just must have moved while I was at the gym, but I still like it. I'll lean into it. Griffin Canning, previously our guy, friend of the pod, under 4.5 Ks.
To be fair, he's still our guy. We're just betting against him at this point in time. So he has not betrayed us. So he's still our guy.
Do whoever in the comments knows which player has made Scott and I the most money in this baseball season, you will get a personalized voice memo from me congratulating you on and a certificate suitable for framing.
Can I provide any like small hint, or I can't do that?
You can provide a hint because we both know who it is.
The guy was on the guy played yesterday.
Okay, that's yeah.
That's
I think that's way too obvious a hint, but yeah.
I don't know because we didn't say what position he played.
I looked, by the way, he's made us easily $1,000 this year.
He's been so good.
So good.
I know. But
and I wouldn't even say he's good. I would just say he's been very good to us.
This year, I think he's actually been very solid.
All right, that's fair. Randy, someone said, Corey saying Randy Johnson, false hits. I don't know. Keep going, guys. But if you guys know who has made Scott and Ed the most money, you will get a personalized voice memo from me, like a cameo, or I'll do a video for you. I don't know.
Once again, the hint is that he played yesterday.
He played yesterday. Anyway, let's go. That's all I got. Hey, back to this Griffin Canning.
Yeah, I can get behind that too. I mean, you mentioned that he's really not been the same guy lately. And the fact is he might get pulled quickly because he's really bad against the third time through the order.
He has a negative K to walk ratio.
Yeah, so definitely something to keep in mind. I'm a bit concerned the Mets did use these amount of bullpen yesterday, but who cares? They're going to try.
if he goes long, that's fine. I don't think he's K'ing anybody.
Yeah, that's fair too. But I do want to point out for my first prop, bit of pressure on me. Did go 3-0 last episode. I'll try to keep rolling on this one. I'm going to warn everybody right now, though. It is a very, very degen card for me. I took a bunch of guys you probably never heard of. That's kind of how I went about it. I sent you my card last night, and I believe your response was Jesus Christ.
Yeah,
so we're going to see what happens for this one. But I do want to point out that last episode when I did go 3-0, I did fade 3 people. I'm in my hater phase of the baseball card, so I am going to be going with a bunch of unders, picking guys to suck. That's kind of where I'm at for this one. But I'm going to start off with the first guy, who's going to be Alan Roden, under half a hit at plus 105. What team does he play for? I don't know. No, just kidding. He plays for Toronto. But for this one, I am going to go with his under half a hit at plus 105. I think the pricing is just wrong. He's not had a hit in 11 straight games. You have Abel pitching for Philly. He's made 1 start this season. He was actually really good, as he only gave him no runs and 5 hits in 6 innings in his first start. But he's also allowed less than 6 hits in 10 straight minor league starts. But Roden is a guy who might start. If he doesn't, it gets voided. I'm the king of the void on this show. But I am going to go with Roden to not get a hit. 11 straight games that a hit, and I can get plus 105. And I think Abel's pretty good. I mean, limited sample. I know that he pitches for your favorite team.
He also pitched against the Pirates.
Correct.
I don't think Roden's going to be the one who hits one off. To be very clear, I like this play. I'm tempered. Expectations should be tempered on Abel today.
Correct.
First road start too.
Yeah. The point is, though, I'm looking at a bunch of guys, and some teams with injuries now are starting to call a bunch of randos who don't deserve to actually be up there in the majors. So I'm willing to go out of my way to fade these recent call-ups who I don't think are very good. And Roden has 0 hits in 11 straight games. So I can get that at plus 105. I'll take that. If he doesn't play, then once again, we wasted our time. I wasted my time doing the research. But I like the plus money. I'll go with that as my first choice. Give me Alan Roden. Who the hell is that guy? Under half a hit at plus 105. That's my first choice for the show. Adam, what do you like for your second prop on the show?
All right. We're going to go with a guy. We seem to go with a lot of the guys that we always end up with, but we're going to go with Mackenzie Gore over 6.5 Ks. I don't care that the Cubs don't strike out a lot. You can't not take the K leader in. He's leading. I think he leads the league in Ks. Doesn't he? He should lead the league in Ks. Let me look it up. Strikeout leader. We're gonna do it really quickly. Strikeout leader MLB. Nolan Ryan. Okay, no, it's it's Garrett. No, they're tied 1-1. So it is. It's the leader. The league leader in Ks has a K line of 6.5, and he's had at least 7 in 9 out of his last 10, and in 3 of his last 5, he's had 9. Sorry, we're gonna take this. It's a good price. Looking also on handy graphs at the last 30 plate appearances for Cubs hitters projected today. Not great on the K front, but I did make note of the fact that the Cubs have against left-handed starters 11, 8, 9, and 8 in their last 4 games. So I'll take those chances at minus 104 for Gore to get 7 Ks.
Yeah, I mean, Gore has been. I'll put it this way: I think he's been good for the most part, but his bad starts are really, really bad that they kind of sabotage his.
Thanks for throwing that out into the. Thanks for throwing that out there. Putting that out, putting out into the ether. We want him to case some guys. And you're like, well, but anyway, his bad.
No. My point is that I think he's undervalued because when he's bad, he's really bad. So his overall numbers don't look as great. But
he leads the league in like pitches per plate appearance.
Yeah,
he doesn't get a lot of. He labors. He can't go distance ever. His third time through the batting order, 306.
Gore's strikeouts though is probably one of the funniest cashes we've ever had. Because we had his strikeouts over against the Orioles, and he went 3 2/3 innings and gave up 10 hits, but he struck out like 8 guys.
Yeah, he struck out 8 guys. I remember that.
Which is just an insane cash for us there. But yeah, the point is I like Gore for the strikeouts in general, but I feel like his strikeouts are always a little bit lower than expected because they factor in the lack of depth in his starts.
That's probably true.
But he still ends up striking out a bunch of guys.
It's not a great matchup, but I just think he's an elite K guy. You have to do it.
Yeah. But so you said that he's tied for the league lead right now?
Yeah, with Crochet.
I'm shocked Scooball's not in the league lead right now.
Well, Scooball goes tomorrow. Scooball's 2 behind them.
Okay. I would have assumed Scooball was ahead, but
no. He's one less. Crochet in 13 starts has 101. Gore in 12 starts has 101. Scooball in 12 starts has 99. So they're all on pace.
All right. Either way.
And the guy who I have for K leader. I have 2 guys for K leader. One of them's not dead.
I know you told me this preseason, but I forgot. Were you a Reagan's guy or no?
No, I wasn't because his velo dropped at the end of last year. I took Bowden Francis to lead the league in Ks at 250 to 1.
Okay, that I remember.
But I also have Yamamoto, which is dead because he's turned into like a different type of pitcher. But anyway, so
we have a winner.
Shreeds.
The answer was Rodon.
The answer is Carlos Rodon.
Rodon has made us so much money this year that he has been our number 1 fan. So we've been his number 1 fan.
DM me, you get a cameo from me about an occasion. It can be about a bris. It can be about a divorce. It can be anything, but it'll be a 30-second cameo from me.
So there you go. Congratulations.
Congrats.
Step up and collect your prize. Yeah, I like Gore in the spot anyway. I think that he's a solid strikeout guy. So
bonus. If people want a bonus DGen play, Pete Crow Armstrong first at bat K.
Okay, there you go. So something to keep in mind there. First plate appearances have been very good to us. So we'll see how it goes.
He's over his last 30 plate appearances against lefties. He's batting 143 with a K rate of 43% and a chase and called strike and whiff rate of 31%.
That's pretty high. That's pretty
really
high.
Bad. That's really bad.
There you go. Point is, though, that's your second prop. Before we get into my second prop for the show, a reminder the brought to Edgewood because the first ever bank for bettors, ensuring that all your gambling transactions are approved. Usage fees, no minimums. Cash rewards as well, 100% approval. For other deposit, sign up today. Edgewood.pepper code SGPN. And if you sign up this week, you'll get a free Refs or Terrorists t-shirt. Go to sportsgamblingpodcast.com/refs to claim your free shirt. We're also brought to Bonus Fantasy because the Underdog platform is going long for the NBA Finals with their extender bonus. Hop in Game 1, and the longer the series goes, the bigger the bonus gets. Sign up, though, with your for your new account with the promo code MLB SGPN. They get a special pick and a first-time deposit offer up to $1K in bonus cash on fantasy promo code MLB SGPN. We're also brought to you by NYRA Bets, because you can bet the Belmont Stakes at Saratoga with NYRA Bets. Sign up today. Use the promo code SGPN25. Get a $5 free bet plus a $200 deposit match bonus. Whether you're a seasoned bettor or just getting started, NYRA Bets helps you make the jump into the action, makes it easier for you to get involved. The exclusive offer, though, is just for the Belmont Stakes, so don't wait. Join now. Claim your free $25 Belmont bet today at NYRABets.com/SGPN25. Welcome back, everyone, to the MLB Gambling Podcast. Finished going through the first couple props that we have for the card on Wednesday. Time to keep it rolling with my second prop on the show. I'm going to go with a starting pitcher. I'm going to go with Mike Burrows, the pitcher for the Pirates. Give me the under 3.5 strikeouts at -125. Burrows has had less than 4 strikeouts in each of his first 2 starts of the season. The Astros are also really good at not striking out, as they have been striking out the 5th fewest times per game in the league, only 7.61 strikeouts per game. Saw Skeens yesterday, struck out some, not an insane amount, but Skeens,
No, it was McCullers. It was McCullers who actually was dealing.
I forgot the exact dividing. I don't know if Skeens had 8 or 7, but the point is Skeens won 8
struck out
innings.
the side to get over it in like the 6th. He didn't get his first K till the second inning.
They did a pretty good job against Skeens early, and Burrows' outs prop was at 14.5. He's probably going 5 innings. Skeens did go 8 innings yesterday, so the bullpen is kind of completely intact, and Keller does go tomorrow. So you're looking at a spot where Burrows, who has been really bad, could get lifted early, because also he's been really bad in general. He's thrown less than like 78 pitches in both outings, so he might not go any distance at all in this one. Houston has been really bad lately, but we need them to just not strike out, which I think they can do against Burrows, whose K rate is like 12.5%, which is awful. So I'll fade a guy whose strikeout stuff has been really underwhelming in the majors so far this season, and I think it's a decent price. Give me Burrows under 3.5 strikeouts at -125 as my second play for the show.
Yep, I mean, I like it.
Cool. There you go. You have anything you want to share for your third prop?
I do. You ready for this? Adam is playing a juiced hitter prop. Oh boy.
Yeah.
We are taking Matt McClain under 1.5 hits, runs, RBIs at -125. I am generally a big Matt McClain fan. I also generally don't give out these types of props, but
that's why we balance it out. You give up the plus money, and I give out the juice props.
Yeah, but I gotta switch it up, and this one was one of those ones I had to do. So let me pull up Mr. McClain here. All right, so here's the deal. He's been terrible this year.
Yep. He was really good for like maybe a week somewhere in there, but besides that, he's been like really.
I mean,
bad.
Baseline, this prop has a 71% hit rate in this season alone.
He's in a mess.
He's a mess right now. I also do like the fact that the Brewers have been managing this like opener pitching stuff. They've been doing like a DL Hall and then going right away with Quinn Priester after that, which has been really good for Quinn Priester. The Brewers are really good at the opener. Better at the opener, I think, than anybody else. So DL Hall will go in for a couple of games. So McClain against the lefty, he's this season he's batting 167 and 42 at bats. So he's batting 9th. So I think that the hope is obviously that he doesn't get a lot of at bats here. But either way, batting 9th, bottom of that order. The Reds order is not great. The Reds are not hitting right now. Give this to me. He is again 71% hit rate this season. Under in 9 of his last 10. If you look at his home games, it's under 7 of his last 10. He hasn't done this at home against the lefties since May 2nd. So yeah, Matt McClain, we loved you preseason. Rip up that MVP ticket I had, but
you don't have to rip it up. You could use it as a tax deduction.
Can I?
It's a losing bet. Can't you like offset some losses with wins?
Yeah, I don't think that's the case. But yeah, let's do that.
You could always just run away from the tax collectors.
Or you could always do what a former friend of the program does and just run away from paying bookies.
That's what I said. Yeah.
My reference was a lot more on the nose. Hold on, I gotta go nudge a guy. Hang on. All right.
Yeah, it's all good.
All right.
If you get the joke, you get the joke.
If you get the joke, you get the joke. We're not explaining it.
There you go. Point is, though, I can get behind that. McLean's been really bad. So we'll see what happens. Is it an injury thing? Is it a timing thing? All the above? Like, he's not even close.
I don't know. This is very different than my Justin Verlander cap where I said that he was having marital problems.
I know. That's why I'm asking.
And so I
wasn't sure if there was an off.
He was off a major. He missed all of last season with a major injury.
Yeah, that's true. So it's a shame too because he was a good player. We used to take him all the time.
I would have taken. I thought he was unpopular opinion, but that team when Ellie came up as a rookie, I thought he was the best. He was the best rookie on that team.
Yeah, because Ellie's rookie season, people forget how often he struck out.
Oh my God, it was incredible.
And he couldn't bat righty his entire rookie season. So I was a big McLean guy. Steer's been bad too. A lot of the young talent I liked has actually just been awful for the Reds this season. But either way, point is I do think that it's a good spot. Anyway, moving on to my third prop for the show. I said before I was taking a bunch of no-names, and I'm doing that again at plus money, though. I'm going to go with Ryan Velotti. Who the hell is that? Exactly. I'll go with the under half a hit at plus 133. So just to be clear, he's on the Cardinals. Now, he's a guy who's been in the majors before. He didn't do anything in the majors, but now he's back. So including last season, Velotti's had 0 hits in 9 straight games. He's only on the Cardinals roster because Jordan Walker got injured. So he might be playing the outfield. You have Cameron pitching for Kansas City, who is a lefty. Velotti's numbers were better against lefties than righties in the minors, so I do expect Velotti to actually play in this game. But the point is, Cameron's been good. So far this season, 25 2/3 innings, only 13 hits allowed. Pitches to contact, but the point is he still has been very solid when it comes to, I'd say, preventing hits. Velotti, though, at plus 133 for a guy with a lifetime batting average of 154, I think is very appealing. I'll go with that as my choice for my third prop. It was on Caesars, so plus 133 overnight. I think he will be playing.
125 this morning when I.
Yeah, either way, point is Velotti's a guy who's a career 154 hitter in the majors, and Cameron's been good. So I'll go with that as my third prop. Give me Ryan Velotti under half a hit at plus 133. Once again, a bunch of no-name guys. I warned all of you, but you know what? Whatever cashes. So there you go. We'll go with that as my final
I got it. I got it at plus 125. Yep.
Plus 133 is just an insane price for a guy that bad. So there you go. That's where I'm at. So that's my third prop. Do you have anything else you want to add? Anything you want to talk about? I saw Hunter Green died again.
Yeah, that sucks. It's funny because he only went over that. He did bad at the beginning and then he did bad at the end, but he was okay in the middle.
It was a little bit alarming, though, that when he came back from the IL, his strikeouts completely plummeted. And then he got injured again. So that's probably not a good sign. He hurt his groin. So.
My groin. From The Simpsons. I don't know. Is it time for the daily DP?
It is, but I just wanted to just bring that up because I saw that was a piece of injury news.
Sorry, I was laughing at the comments. Anyway, I don't know. I mean, it stunk. I don't have anything else I want to talk about.
I have to actually add a new banner for that. So we'll see if we get censored on the platform or not, but it's time for the daily DP.
The daily DP. All right. The daily DP today. There's a couple good ones, guys. I'll keep it simple. The daily DP for you guys today is going to be, let's look. I'm trying to think. Should I make it just simple? I'll just make it a simple one today. All right. We're going to go with the Colorado Rockies at minus 115 to turn a double play. For those of you who are inundated, DP means many things to many people, but to us, it means double play. Get your mind out of the gutter. Mm-hmm. This network is a family network.
I don't know about. I'll push back on that last point, but
Kyle Friedland is on the bump. 8 grounded into double plays that he's had induced this year. He is one of the tops in the league. He is overwhelmingly the tops on the team. Actually, he's tied with, believe it or not, he's tied with Meatball Antonio. Him are tied.
It makes sense because they constantly have guys on base. So that actually does make sense.
Right. So part of the reason why it's a great play is because like they pitch to contact. Like his hits prop is 6.5. Mm-hmm. And then if we're looking at teams and what they've done over the last 15 and 7 days, the Marlins, 13 double plays they've grounded into in the last 15 days. Over the last 7 days, they have grounded into 4. They had one yesterday, I believe. So, this is a good team to target. They're hitting a lot of balls into the ground. The daily DP is the Colorado Rockies. And I think it was minus 115 last night when I took it. I don't know what it is now.
I think we've talked about this before, though. They lead the league, right? In turn double plays. They're up there, I believe.
I'll look. Let me look. Team pitching, year to date.
I'd have to imagine they're minimum top 4.
Angels, Rays, Rockies.
Okay, so yeah, they're top 3. It's fine.
Top 3.
So there you go.
They've been doing a ton lately.
Yeah, well, I mean, once again, it sounds like an obvious cap.
These are this is a great question. These are double plays turned,
yeah,
not into. So the bet you want is the Colorado Rockies to turn a double play.
These are DDPs. They are defensive double plays.
Defensive double plays.
So keep that in mind. But it makes sense when you think about it, though, because if you have pitchers who stink, you constantly have guys on base to set up double plays.
Right, but they can't stink so much that they're giving up fly balls, but if they're giving up lots of contact, it's great. And it's also got to be a team that does a little bit of both. Strikes out, doesn't get too hard base, can't really hit for power, that kind of stuff.
Yeah, but just keep that in mind. It does help when you have a lot of reps or a lot of possibilities when you have guys on base all the time. So keep that in mind. Yep. But that's going to be the daily DP. Keep that in mind. It's the Rockies to turn a double play with Freeland on the mound. Anyway, anything else you want to add? Or should we move on into the best bets and the underdog?
We can just go to best bets.
Okay. So, before we get into the best bets on the show, a reminder they're brought to you by Circa, because they have the Ultimate Fantasy Bowl giveaway, because they are giving away the Ultimate Fantasy Bowl experience for a 12-person league in Vegas to draft their teams and get VIP treatment for their stay. You get a limo ride from the airport, a 5K tab, 4-stadium swim, and a hotel stay for you and your 11 league mates. You could also get 15% off all of the Circa properties with promo code SGPN15. Enter the Ultimate Fantasy Bowl contest for free at sportsgamblingpodcast.com/Circa, the sportsgamblingpodcast.com/CIRCA. We're also brought to you by Rhythm, because you've heard us talk about Rhythm before. They just dropped a game-changing feature called Power Trends. They are AI-detected patterns. Rhythm's models have consistently won with a high ROI. And a reminder that you also can use the Power Trends exclusively on Rhythm, because they are uploaded and updated every day. No touts, no noise, just clean data-backed picks. Adam, you want to share with the people one of the Power Trends that Rhythm has for today?
Do we dare take Zebby Matthews over 15.5 outs? It likes Griffin Canning.
You like that guy. I don't like that guy.
I love that guy. It likes so it's got the same cap that we do on this, and I think that we should do this in our underdog. Griffin Canning under 15.5 total outs.
Okay, so there we go. We're gonna throw in the Griffin Canning fade of 4 hits.
So it basically says it's like so it's cool. I mean, it's a really cool feature. It's basically it says whenever this is priced between X and Y, it has this hit rate, and it tells you, like, it breaks it down. It's like this model hits 67% of the time this season, 72 bets when these conditions are met. So it's 48 and 24.
Yes, and also worth pointing out, you know who's actually really good?
Who?
The Dodgers offense.
Dodgers offense, yeah.
So something to keep in mind there. Shout out to Muncy, who got glasses and remembered how to actually hit the ball.
Oh my God, it's kind of like Rick Vaughn.
See, you mentioned Rick Vaughn. My mind went to Velma from Scooby-Doo. My glasses. I can't see without my glasses.
Or Millhouse.
Millhouse?
My glasses.
Yeah, pretty much. That's Muncy now. Guy gets new glasses and he suddenly hits like 3 home runs in 2 days. So there you go.
After the game, I'm going to get something that's a little more me.
Yeah.
And it's like, yeah.
Pretty much. And you got the skull. But yeah. Classic movie that I've seen the movie 20 times, but I should see that again.
The clip. Did you see the clip that we sent around where we ranked them?
No.
We ranked on our pod, we ranked on a Dad's Bet Baseball, we ranked Rick Vaughn, Nuke LaLoosh, and Henry Rowengartner and how they would play in MLB. Rick Vaughn would be suspended for drugs.
Or robbery. You'd have a combo.
Nuke can't throw strikes, and Rowengartner's form is so bad that he would be just battered.
See, I will counter the last point on Rowengartner, because I watched Kenley Jansen last night, and he doesn't try to hold runners on either.
Future Philly.
You could also argue future Hall of Famer. I don't think he's.
That's the only reason he still has a job, is because
no. But that's my point, though. Is I think Rowengartner, even though he can't hold runners, Jansen never held runners. I think Rowengartner would be the best out of all three.
Craig Kimball.
Yeah, that guy.
That guy.
Yeah. Whatever the hell that was. Point is, I think out of all those three, I would take Rowengartner. Because you got to factor in.
Do you see this comment?
Yeah.
I Googled the daily DP on my work PC, and I have a meeting with HR later.
Just explain to him that it's just
tell
explain
him
to the workers
you didn't know.
and to HR. No, just explain to him that it's double plays turned, because they might get confused by that. So just keep that in mind. I think Rowan Gardner would be number one on that list. Lelouch mentally, I wouldn't trust in today's
I wouldn't either. He wouldn't
climate.
Yeah.
He would have 3 baby mamas by 25, so that would just not work out well for him. Rick Vaughn, I think, would be okay, but I do think he would have some issues with the law. You got to remember, Rowan Gardner's shoulder is like broken, so that's a medical condition that he has now. He basically got Tommy John before Tommy John. He's ready to roll, and he's also only 12. So you have a long prime for Rowan Gardner. I'd pick him if I had to go for one guy out of those 3. But I see people asking, by the way, for the DP stuff. That is on DraftKings, if you want to find the book for that. But anyway, a reminder, you can get your 7-day free trial at Rhythm by going to sportsgamblinghouse.com/RETHMM. You can also check out MyBookie.ag. Whose bookie?
My bookie.
Because My Bookie is the place for every sport. They have the NBA Finals. They have the Stanley Cup Finals, which start today, actually, by the way. Get excited. You have the Stanley Cup Finals starting today. Check out the tennis options as well. UFC, they have baseball. So check out everything there. You can also try it out for a ton of locations. Use crypto for Lightning Fast payouts, easy deposits. When you sign up, though, for a new account, use the promo code SGPN to get a 100% odds match up to 1K. Terms and conditions MyBookie.ag, promo code SGPN. Welcome back, everyone, to the MLB Gambling Podcast. Finished going through the favorite props that we have for the card. Time to move on into the best bet segment for the show. By the way, Adam, just to actually backtrack a second, do you agree with me? Out of those 3, you would take Rowan Gardner? You mentioned the form being terrible, but there are a lot of relievers that can't hold runners. So I'd
probably take Rowan Gardner, yeah.
So that's how I'd look at it. Guy threw 102 and his shoulder's destroyed, but he's only 12 years old. So the prime there, you have a long shelf life. The Yankees were going to pay him $25 million.
We're talking about Steve Nebraska?
No, we're talking about Henry Rowan Gardner. That's
Gardner.
half a joke in the movie, which is
when they did,
was he's been sold to the Yankees. Steinbrenner was going to pay $20 million for the kid. So I think Rowan Gardner would have the best career out of those 3 guys. But that's where I'm at. Low key plot point. Steinbrenner tries to purchase the kid from the Cubs for $20 million.
You want to hear a fun piece of trivia?
Sure.
So the other movie, Little Big League, which came out around
I know where you're going with this, but it is a great story.
Okay, so do people know which current major leaguer?
The mom.
Too obvious.
Is the mom?
Which current? Yeah, I'll just say it. Which current major league player's mom is the mom in Little Big League?
For the record, she was great in that movie.
She's great at that. I like that movie.
It's a good movie.
It's a good movie.
That movie probably
Jonathan Silverman's in it. It really focuses on the relievers.
That movie might have the actual best gameplay.
Yeah, well, it's the most accurate to how games work.
Yes.
Also, you know who else is in that movie? Kevin Stefsik. He used to play for the Phillies in that. Anyway, the answer is Pete Crow Armstrong. His mom is.
I thought you were going to let them guess in the comments.
No, we don't have time for
Pete
that.
Crow Armstrong's mom is actually the mom.
Is the actual mom in that movie.
So there you go. But that's just a solid overall movie.
It's a solid movie.
Yeah.
Fun trivia fact too.
Yep, something to keep in mind. But I'll ask you though, Adam, what is going to be your best bet for the show today on Wednesday?
Got to go with the league leader in Ks. Just got to get out of that way. Sorry, Cubs, get out of the way.
Do you think Mackenzie Gore is related to Frank Gore?
Yes. Obviously, can't you tell?
Distant cousins. Yeah. But so you're gonna go with 6.5, right?
Yeah.
What was the price on that again?
It's the league leader. He's the league leader. I mean, if I'm wrong, fine, but I'm not.
What was the price on that?
110.
Yeah. So there we go. Speaking of PCA, first play and
PCA for first K.
Yeah. So for mine, I'm going to go. Which no-name guy do I want to take? I'm going to go with Velotti at plus 133. I have to do it. You said it might have moved down to plus 125. It's still a great price. It's a guy who's been in the minors for most of his career. He's batted 280 in AAA this season, so not even the most amazing numbers in AAA. He's only there because Walker got hurt, but he's had no hits in 9 straight games in the majors, career 154 hitter, and Cameron has been really good at limiting hits this season. I think it's a good spot to fade a pretty bad player at a lot of plus money. Give me Ryan Velotti on the Cardinals under half a hit at plus 133 as my best bet. Now it's time for the underdog entry for the show. I know we just talked about the power trends, so we're going to go with Canning on his outs, correct? Not his strikeouts.
I think are we good with this? We're going. Let's try to get on an underdog win streak.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
So we'll go with Canning on his
lower 15.5 outs.
15.5 outs. And then we can talk about some stuff. Do they have PCA strikeout?
Ooh.
Just wondering.
His form's really bad.
Well, the thing about PCA is that he always hits for extra base hits, but they ignore the other at-bats that he has because there are a lot of really bad at-bats in there. But the highlights are really good.
They don't have his strikeouts. Let me see if there's anything else. I liked Povich K's.
Okay, we can take that.
I still think that like someone hits a home run off of him, but the Mariners against a lefty.
Yeah, I'm fine with that.
Okay, so over.
I'm not a fan of Povich, but he is averaging more than a strikeout per inning. So
right.
He's a
over 5.5 Ks. Okay, so what's the third one that you want?
The third one that I want. Well, I'm gonna ask. Do you want to use one of the three that we?
Velandi's in here. Do you want to do it? Oh no, wait. His oh wow.
What?
Really good multiplier on his. If we do his lower.
Well, that makes sense. He's plus 133 on actual books.
All right, so you want to do it?
I'll ask you. Do you want to?
No, don't do that. Do you want to? I just picked two.
Well, I'm saying because we already took it, so I'm asking if you want to double down on it.
We don't have to double down on it.
You know what? Can I call an audible and take the Royce Lewis no singles, which has been making me a lot of money?
That's not on here, but
no, that's a shame. He's had 0 singles in like 14 straight games.
Yeah, and he's going against a lefty.
I know. Well, Springs gives up bombs though, so I think Lewis might take him yard. But that's fine.
I can't back it up, but I like here. Let me look at my chart.
I was gonna say, do you want to go for McLean or Gore or one of these guys?
I mean, we bet McLean. Do you want to do because we already have Gore. I still like. Wait, who are they playing? Oakland.
It's in Sacramento though, which could be very hitter friendly
against Zebby.
Yeah, because I knew that's where you were going with that.
Yeah. But... Oh my God, the K rates are so high. Can we please take this?
Sure. For you, we'll take it. But I'll tell you now, if it doesn't hit, Zebby is dead to us.
The reason why I'm saying that we should. Oh wow, it's like the odds are terrible.
Okay.
If we do that, we don't want this at all. Never mind.
You want to be extra degen and take a hockey play?
Yeah, we could do that. Let's do that.
I was a fan of Reinhardt lower shots on goal. Is that 2.5? He's had like 0 in the last 3 games combined. He's actually been really bad lately. I liked Reinhardt lower on his shots on goal.
All right.
In honor of the Stanley Cup, we'll talk about
it's even those odds are even worse.
What do you mean?
We can't do that. We're not okay. Let's figure this out once and for all. These are terrible.
I liked Marchand too, higher 1.5 shots on goal.
No, hold on.
He's actually had more than 2 shots against Edmonton in 17 straight games. Fun fact. Or 17 of the last 18 games against Edmonton. He's had at least 2 shots on goal.
All right. You want to do oh, okay. Wait, here's a good one. Do you want to do okay, so someone asked about Gusto.
I think Gusto stinks.
I think he stinks too. His walk rate's insane. Do you want to do
do you want to take the walks?
If that's on here, yeah.
I can get behind that. Mucho Gusto.
It doesn't have it. It doesn't have it, but I just thought of a great idea. So this has number of pitches in the first inning.
Yeah,
and
sure.
we have
you have me sold. Sold. You got me. You got me.
Who do you think could possibly labor through first inning?
Isn't that Gusto who we just talked about?
Yeah, we could.
If he walks one guy, you're in good shape to cash that anyway.
So do we think he gets over 20 pitches in the first inning?
It's such a high.
Against the Pirates?
No, it's such a high number in the first inning.
Really high. Let me see. Let me look. What about Abel?
I can get behind
that. His is higher too. You want to do this? You want to do Abel under 15.5 pitching out, lower than 15.5 pitching outs because it's never mind. The odds are terrible. I'm having trouble here, man. What do we want to do?
Do you want to use another power trend?
Yeah, let's do another power trend. Their number one on here is Luis Ortiz over 4.5 strikeouts, which I can get
Sure.
behind.
Sold.
Yeah, I could do that.
Yeah, that's fine.
Um,
We're going to trust the power trends because they're powerful. So
even the worst odds that we've had for all of them is that.
yeah. Fine, whatever.
So one more try. All right, let's try this. Pavetta's going.
Yeah.
That's against a team that doesn't. Oh, you know what? Let's you want to take Merrill Kelly to shove against the Braves?
Has Kelly been good?
Yeah, he's got a K rate of.
Oh, so you want to go strikeouts?
Yeah, I want to go strikeouts.
Okay, I thought you wanted like earned run stuff. I'm like, I don't know about that one.
No. Let's do that. So Merrill Kelly higher 5.5. It's something that I know you and I aren't going to bet. Merrill Kelly higher 5.5 strikeouts. Cade Povich higher 5.5 strikeouts. Griffin Canning lower 15.5 pitching outs.
Yeah, I'm in for it. He's had at least 6 strikeouts in 5 straight, so that's fine.
Cool. I just bet it. I'm going to do it for us and add it to our group tally.
So just read that off one more again.
I will.
One more time with the odds.
Hold on a second. I'm just putting the monies in.
It was Kelly higher strikeouts.
Kelly higher 5.5 strikeouts. Povich higher 5.5 strikeouts. Canning lower 15.5 pitching outs.
And what are the odds on that?
5.4. It's not crazy, but the other ones were like really low.
A win's a win. Anyway, that is going to wrap it up for the show. We'll be back once again for the prop show on Friday. I'll be back later on for the MLB show at 5 p.m. Eastern to break down the Thursday games. Till next time, find me on Twitter, Reichel Radio. Find him on Twitter at Rosenberg. Till next time, good luck to all of you and all.